Come on, Wolfie, where are you hiding? I know there's usually wolves here. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to The Long Dark, Zero to Hero, in our quest to survive in a post-apocalyptic frozen wilderness. My name is Sprocket, and this is Episode 7. Let's go ahead and resume our game. Okay, when last we left off, we were here at the Thompson Community Hall. All the tables have been put up, put away. They used to hold bingo here. But since the apocalypse, it's been very quiet. As you may or may not know, a very strange Aurora effect has happened across the Long Dark. This is the Great Bear Island, and it has really affected the wildlife. Kind of makes them go crazy. And that would apparently account for why all the people are extinct or missing. Now, I had a great comment in the last video that I should just use the new feature to kind of move things out of my way for looting, and I'm going to try that immediately. Let's try moving this table, because I think we can actually loot behind here, or at least we used to be able to. Okay, I got to exit this. There we go. Let's try this. Well, thank you so much for that comment. I really appreciate it when you guys see things or notice things that I should be taking care of. Somebody said to move the table behind the steamer trunk, and I'm guessing that's one of these, maybe? So I don't know if there's a chance for loot. Oh yeah, look, there's a... Did we already search that? Okay, I already searched that one. So I'm not sure if there's more loot back here or not. I'm just going to lay these down. We can see if there's something behind here. At any rate, while I'm doing this, we'll talk about our plans for today. So my plan is, as soon as I can, we're going to try to leave for the mine that connects us to the coastal highway. And the coastal highway should have a lot of really good survival gear. I'm hoping for some, possibly a pry bar or a hacksaw, because our ultimate goal for in the next short term here is we're going to try to get to Desolation Point. One of my favorite, if not favorite, location on the entire game, because it has some amazing views. It's got the lighthouse, it has the Riken shipwreck, it's got a bear and a moose. Of course, it's got the forge inside the Riken, and I just love the views. Another kind of fun thing, it does have a kind of a tunnel or mine system that goes under the map, which allows you to get from point A to point B pretty safely. As long as you have a way to have light, it actually can get you from one end of the map to the other. So that's another feature I do like. Sounds like we've got some bad weather. Time of day, it is a little bit late. As you can see in the top right corner, the sun is past noon. I do have a little bit more looting to do now that I think of it. Here in Thompson's Crossing, I could wander around a little bit, and we still need to check the church, and I may have missed a house or two. So I'm gonna sort by weight here. See if I can drop. I'm gonna keep that for defense. If a wolf attacks us, I really need to hang on to that heavy hammer. But I will drop 1.5 liters of water, just to make us a little bit more lightweight. Okay, that should be good. Let's head out and do a little bit of looting. Alright, I'm going to get down low just in case. Okay, it's a beautiful day. Super windy though. That's problematic for defending ourselves. When it's windy like this, I can't keep a torch lit. And the torch is really how I defend myself against the wolves. So I'm going to make my way... Oh, you know what? I just remembered there can be cattails down here by the water. And I am down considerably on our cattails. So I'm going to grab some cattails while I think about it. Anyway, guys, I think I'm really impressed with how the video series is going so far. I'm so grateful to you guys for watching. It sounds like you're getting some enjoyment out of the videos, and I'm really happy about that. And especially the comments. They're so helpful. They're fun. Okay. Anything in the boat today? Nothing. How are we doing for rocks? Got 3 rocks. Got some dead bodies we can check out. I was kind of hoping there'd be some cattails right here. Let's see if there's a dead body up here. Yeah. Okay, I'm hoping for some feathers, which I don't see any feathers. Let's check this box. Of course, the feathers are slowly... we're getting a little bit more here and there, and that's going to help us with crafting arrows. Got a soda can?
This will come in handy.
Nice. Even at very low condition, that soda can, I don't think they ever go bad. Okay, now I believe this is locked up tight, but there can be some rabbits in this area, if I remember. I'm actually surprised it's not colder than it is. And that might be because we've recently got a coat and a really nice shirt. Okay, yeah, I don't think I can get into this. Foreclosed bank-owned property. Okay, I'm going to get out a rock because I think we can find some rabbits here. Got to keep my ears open for wolves. Oh yeah, I'm super hungry. Shoot. We could eat more baked potatoes. Let's eat some chips. I am trying to go for the well-fed at the moment.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
And so far we've been doing pretty good on the well-fed situation. I think it's been a whole day since we started. Okay, rabbits are going to be over here, I think. Grab some sticks. Maybe around this other rock. Ooh, I'm thirsty as well. Okay, let's get a drink. So I need to loot the church. I'm going to see if I can get a rabbit to bring to the town hall, because I'm planning on fixing up my clothing. And having a little bit of meat should be quite helpful. Now, because it's not like crazy freezing cold right now, I'm going to check for some birch bark. Now, there can be wolves in this area, so I'm keeping my ears open. But also, if I get a deer in the vicinity, we could chase that into a wolf, which would also really help our well-fed and our cooking, actually. Nice thing about getting a fresh deer, if I could scare a deer into a wolf, it's not going to be like a frozen solid carcass that we'd come across. You know, it'd actually be ready to harvest by hand, especially because I don't have the hacksaw. That would be a lot of meat that we could cook up and level up our cooking, and also have plenty of food for the well-fed. But you know what? I'm not seeing any rabbits or deer right now. Get a torch out as we go over this hill. Or a flare, I should say. Give us a little bit of a vantage point. Okay, I'm not seeing any deer. Not seeing any wolves. I hear the wolves. And no rabbits. So it's kind of a bummer. Let's head over to this church and do a little bit of looting. I think I have plenty of cloth. I think we're in good shape for cloth right now. Oh, I heard something. Okay, so we looted these houses. But I stopped before we got to the church. can check the graveyard. So I wonder... No, we can't. I was going to see if I could move the bench. But it's not going to let me take the bench or move it. Okay, let's go in the church here. Nice. I love the art style of this game. You know, it's almost like pastels. Well, at least right now, it's kind of a pastel look, like a chalk painting. And the stained glass window. I mean, and look at this, the lighting on the slant like that. Just love that. You know, this has a smell of a church. You know, it smells kind of like books. So you can tell it's a little bit different of an indoor location. Take the book. Got some cloth. 6 minutes, sure. Guess the daylight is fading kind of fast. Got some chips. Books are good for burning, so I'll definitely take those. Getting the fire started and duration. What's over here? What is that?
This
Cotton
stuff will come in
scarf.
handy.
Okay. More books. Yeah, I'll take those. We can leave them at the community center, town hall, whatever. I keep calling it town hall. Community hall. Okay, see, I would love to find a candle right here. That would be so useful. Oh, that incense smells good. I'd love to find a candle here. That would be really helpful at keeping a little bit of a flame going, like while we're doing things where we don't want a torch. I wish I could take the incense. You know, maybe I can. Let me try this indoor. Is it going to let me... Oh, it won't let me take the incense thing. See, all these other ones are highlighted in blue, but I can't actually take the incense. I really do enjoy a very particular incense brand, and I don't even really burn it. I just kind of have it laying around, and it is so fragrant. It's called Naga Champa. It's my favorite incense. I have some actually right next to me right now. Occasionally I'll burn just a tiny little bit for a short time, but usually I just have it out, and it smells so good.
I wonder if I can
Love
drop
it.
any of this gear.
Occasionally, if the air conditioner or the heater comes on in the house, it'll create a little bit of a draft, and it blows across that incense, and just really like it. It's a good smell. I think if we get a note later on, there's actually like a hidden secret on this piano somewhere, like a compartment with some loot. But I think in order to find it, you actually need to find the secret note first. So, okay, well, beautiful church. Not much in the way of loot, I'm afraid. Let's head back to the hall. Oh, well, we were in the church. Got a snowstorm that blew in. As I make my way back, I'm going to check over here for any wood. This looks like a place that might have some scrap wood. I should also probably get a flare out. Alright, give me some wood, please. I mean, look at all this wood.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
You hungry again? Well, I think that about wraps it up for Thompson's Crossing as far as looting goes. There's that a little bit across the bridge here. I don't think we can actually go in that house, but there are some cars we could possibly check. We are going to be heading that way.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
We got to go over there in order to make our way to the... Oh, hello, Wolfie. Sounds like you're like right in front. It's over there. All right, let's get inside. Okay, we've got full health. It's a good place to be right now. We're kind of locked in here with the storm outside, but we're prepared because I've got enough water. We've got some food. I've got some stuff to work on. Got to do some repairs. I'm going to pick up these items before I forget. I've got a little bit of daylight left. So I was hoping to repair this jersey. And let's see, that's at 77%. Yeah, I think the jersey's first on my list of to-dos. Okay, hopefully we've got some daylight. You know what? I need to make sure I have enough water and food before we start this. Got a bunch of food. Let's drink a soda pop. And I'll top it off with some water. There's nothing worse than being 99% done with fixing something and then you get hungry or thirsty and you have to stop. Or maybe that's reading a book. Maybe I'm getting confused. One of those.
Sure, I can carry much more.
Okay, action, repair, sewing kit. Go for it. Now, Astrid is still learning. So that's actually lucky she didn't fail that. Because she's still quite a novice at doing the repairs. But hey, look at that. 84%. We could repair one more time. It would give us a 16%. So yeah, we're beginner on skill level. So if we do it one more time, that would bring it up to 90. Was that 98, I think? So let's try it again. Also, if we run out of daylight... Oh, we did it. Okay, nice. 100%. Nice. And I think... Yeah, look, it's pitch black now. So that was pretty lucky. We were able to pull that off. Oh, nice. Yeah, so we can... this kind of feels like cheating to me.
Man, all I can think about is food.
Because otherwise it's pitch black, right? But then I push Y. Although you could argue that, you know, if you really were in this location in the pitch black, you could kind of use your hands, walk around, and kind of get a feel for things. So it makes sense, right? Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not super tired. I could pass time. So we do want to spend the night here. Let me check our cloth inventory now, because I did use a couple cloth. And I don't remember what category that's under, so I'm just going to scroll. Let's do alphabetically. Here we go. Cloth. We're down to 6 cloth. It's probably good. I don't think I need any more right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to try to craft something. Okay, let's see. We got rose hips we can craft. Mostly just trying to get to a good point where we're sleepy, ready to go to bed. So I'm watching the moon right here. And I think at about quarter tired is about when we can go to sleep. We're just about there. Now at this point in the game, I have to keep an eye on the hunger meter so I don't lose all the work I've done so far towards the well-fed. Speaking of well-fed, let's check our food situation. So I've got almost 2 liters of water. I think we do have an extra bottle in the next room. Got some chips, cans. Another thing we could do, guys. Hey, I've got this idea. Because we have some tea, right? We've got some reishi mushroom tea. So, and we've got full health. So there's no reason for us not to eat really low condition food. So that's going to be my strategy right now. I'm going to eat these low condition peaches, probably get food poisoning.
Starving.
Food poisoning? No, we didn't get food poisoning. Okay, nice. I've got this low condition stale granola bar. I can eat that. So, by the way, let me explain. If I do get food poisoning, which it looks like I'm in the clear mostly now, we could just sleep it off. Because I'm not trying to regain any health right now. I could intentionally get food poisoning to clear up and get rid of all my low quality food that I'm carrying around and reluctant to eat. And if I happen to get food poisoning, then I can just drink a reishi mushroom tea and sleep it off. And right now I'm in a position to do that. In the future, I may not be in such a good position for that. I know we can bake things with these peach cans, but they're just so heavy, and it's already open. It's already cooked. I'm just gonna eat it. I got 2 more cans. We may find more peaches later, but I'm kind of concerned about our weight situation. Do I want to eat anything else? That's probably good for now. It's probably late enough. We could just go to sleep. Let's get a drink. And then I'm going to turn on the cheaty, I don't know. I call it cheaty mode, but it's not cheating, right? Found our bed. Let's sleep for 10 hours, which, by the way, is the maximum you can sleep. You actually can go longer on Interloper. If I sleep for 12 hours, though, I'm actually going to take damage because I will get thirsty about the 10-hour mark. And while I'm asleep from 10 to 12 hours, the 10 to 12-hour mark, I will actually be taking damage. On the easier difficulties, you can sleep for 12 hours, but on this, it's 10 hours. Just drink the last little bit here as I was talking. I lost a little bit of thirst. Okay, we're going to sleep for 10 hours. And I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, good morning. We slept pretty well. It looks like even though it's dark in here, the sun is up, as you can see in the top right corner. The horizontal rays of that sun icon are above the horizon. And once that happens, you can do all kinds of things you couldn't do in the dark. Even though it is dark, we apparently are considered to be in the light. So, we have, let's get a, did I drink all my water? Okay, let's get a drink. And then I might read just a little bit. The problem with heading out this early in the day is the temperature outside is super cold until the sun gets about to noon or past noon. It is like the coldest time of the entire 24-hour period, I think, is here in the morning. So it's a bad time to travel unless you have some tea that's already warmed up. But fortunately, I think in the last episode we did find a very valuable item. We found a book. So let's go to the fire here. Okay, this book right here is probably the best book we could find. Wilderness Kitchen. We're going to use this to try to level up our cooking as soon as possible. So we're currently cooking level 2. We want to get to cooking level 5 as soon as we possibly can. So I'm gonna read for 2 hours. It's like the sunlight is starting to come in through the windows. I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, we should have enough water to keep reading. I could also, instead of reading, I could also mend something. But I think everything's in pretty good shape. I might actually want to mend this. It's such a good item. How's the socks? 53%. I don't want to lose these wool socks, so maybe I should repair these. Yeah.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life.
Nice. Back to 100% on those wool socks. Okay, I'm going to drop these. Now would be a good time for me to get rid of all the excess weight that I don't need to bring with us. I'm going to drop these sticks over here. 21 sticks. And then I like to carry, because you guys know me, as I'm walking, I'm going to be picking up sticks that are directly in my way. I want to have about 3 sticks with me, and then as I'm walking, I'll get some more. I would also drop coal here if I had excess coal, but right now, of course, we are short-handed. We're, well, short on coal. I've only got 2 lumps. Minimum 4 is what I like to carry. So I'm feeling kind of naked when it comes to coal. We have 10 books. We're going to drop all of those and take 1 glitchy book. We could drop our stack of papers. If I'm picking up cattails, I'm going to get more of these tinder plugs, so I don't need to keep that paper. I do like this. We found some accelerant in the last episode. This is so important. If I'm in a pinch, like a bear's coming at me, this could really save me. Especially having a book is also kind of nice. So already we're below weight, so that's looking good. 25 kilos out of 30. I'm gonna drop the painkillers, although they're super lightweight. Maybe I'll just eat them. Normally I don't even bother eating painkillers, but since I've got them, they're super lightweight. I guess I could just keep them. Okay, teas are looking good. Clothing, we do have this we can drop. Everything else looks pretty good. Condition wise, of course, we're gonna probably lose this hat soon, so maybe I should actually switch. Let me check. So this hat is providing 0.2, and that's better already. So this hat is almost gone. And I'm curious, guys. I have a question for you. So I've missed a lot of gameplay over the last year, game updates and things. It used to be, if you had, for example, this hat, 17%. It used to be that if you put a hat in a container, such as, let's say, this fridge. So if I wanted to leave, let's say I wanted to use this refrigerator as my kind of my cache where I keep things. It used to be if I left this hat in the fridge and then I went off adventuring and I came back, that hat would have degraded to the point where it would eventually hit 0 and it would disappear. So my understanding is that if things are in containers, when they hit 0%, they disappear. But if they're outside, then they don't disappear. So if this hat hits 0%, I could still harvest it up for cloth. But if it disappears, it doesn't. Anyway, just curious. If you know anything about that, let me know. Now, somebody made a comment on the last video for me not to forget to bring the tools. And I don't want you to think I'm forgetting. I'm actually going to intentionally leave these tools because I have a sneaky feeling that we are going to find more tools. It is a little bit of a gamble. And you know what? Because I'm lightweight, it could be easily argued I should just take them anyway. Because I could just take them to the coastal highway. And that might be a smart move. My gut tells me we're going to find some tools. But because I'm lightweight, I'm going to take them. So we're still underweight. So that actually is a good comment. I should take those. Okay, I think we're actually ready to set off. Want to eat a little bit of food here. Just to make sure we don't lose the well-fed. Guess we could, I'm going to sort by condition. So I've got these chips. I don't think these ever go bad. I think you almost never want to eat crackers, guys. Save these because next to cattails, these are like the best food. They don't smell and they provide, I think, the most amount of calories per weight of any food item. I think next to cattails. And they may even be better than cattails. I can't remember, but try not to eat these. They're really good to carry for emergencies. Try to eat some of your other, especially water-based item like peaches and stuff. They tend to be kind of heavy. I'm going to go ahead and eat a potato. See if we can get our hunger meter past the quarter mark. And I think we're ready to set off. Let me sort alphabetically. I just want to check our torches real quick. Okay, we don't need 2 cans or 3 cans. I mean, we already have a pot, so I'm going to drop these cans. Torches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're in good shape for torches. Drop that one. I'll hang on to this because we're going to be going through the mine. May as well put these up here. So once again, guys, I am keeping a mind on future Astrid as we are leaving some of these things behind. I've left us a pile of wood here. We've got the cans all ready to go to cook water when we get back. I'm going to take that. Left us a sewing kit, some matches. I mean, those are valuable, right? We're definitely watching out for us in the future. We keep the matches. It's a little bit heavy. We got some broth here. I could potentially take some salt with us and drop these. You know, I'll just take one. I'll take one. Okay. And with that, I think we're ready to head outside and make our way towards Coastal Highway. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Once again, guys, it's a little bit on the cold side, is my guess. I can hear a little bit of wind out there. I'm going to get a flare out, get down low. This helps if there is a wolf outside. Okay, temperature is super cold. You can see my cold meter is just plummeting now. Okay, now I don't think there's any real reason for me to check out across the bridge. I'm just going to head up the river here. I'm going to kind of avoid that area, which, so by the way, where we are heading is up the mountain right about in the center of the screen. That is where we're heading, but I have to kind of go off to the side to get there. Can hear something. Might just be the wind. Okay, now, unfortunately, I think I might get a little cold as we were walking here because I didn't heat up some tea. I didn't drink a tea before we left. But I'm going to use my health bar a little bit as a buffer. There is a cave. There's a little bit of a cave that would provide some wind protection before we get into the mine. I believe there's a dead body there, if I remember. And some rabbits as well. There's also wolves, so that's a problem. But I think I might stop in that cave and get a fire going, possibly cook up a rabbit if we can get one. If I'm really lucky, I could possibly scare a deer once again. Scare a deer into the wolf. Okay, I think this is our exit actually right here. Taking the Frozen River Highway. Okay, were there really no more cattails? Little disappointing. But I think this is our exit. I'm going to keep my ears open for wolves. I really am liking the clarity. This is nice. I do like being able to see.
I feel my hands.
I think it makes for a lot better gameplay as well, as you guys can actually see what's going on rather than just like walking in fog or something. Okay, so once again, wolves are just over this peak here, so I'm trying to kind of stay low. I think maybe up by this rock we need to turn right a little bit. Okay, so we are cold. I can see the power lines. Is that a wolf? What is that? A sign. Okay, yeah, this is exactly where we want to be. I'm going to use a torch. Come on, Wolfie, where are you hiding? I know there's usually wolves here. Okay, so this is the cave I was talking about. Whoa, okay, it's a rabbit. Thank you, little guy. So I'm smelly now, attracting wolves. I'm going to drop him and look for more rabbits. There we go. Any more rabbits?
Man, I could use a drink.
Okay, we're going to head into the cave here. Just a shallow little cave. Where did I put you, rabbit? I could also, I don't know, I'm thinking about pushing my luck and just pushing through, taking damage and getting up to the top. At any rate, let's check out this cave. I thought there was a dead body up here, but I'm not seeing it. Now, it is nice we're warm here. That gives me an idea. Since we're warm, I'm going to bring this rabbit in that I dropped. Let's go to the back of the cave. Back of the caves are always the warmest. You see how I'm cold right now? And then right about here, it gets warm, right? So let's drop this guy, and I'm going to warm up while I harvest him without a fire, which is great. So let's do a little bit of warming up while we get the meat. Get our hands bloody. Fortunately, I got a little bit of water. We can wash that off. I actually don't know if you can wash off blood. Okay, let's get a drink. I do need to remember to cook some water soon. We are getting low. 1.52. Okay, not critical. And I've got a can, but I do need to replenish our water soon. Okay, nice. So we are warming up. I don't think I want to get the guts, but maybe I do. 40 minutes. What's our time like? I think I'm going to leave it, but I do want the meat. It's going to help our cooking level up and our hunger. It will attract wolves, but as long as the wolves are behind me, we'll be okay. And I have to light a torch anyway, because we're going to be going through the mine. And guys, I want to apologize, because I do tend to overthink, and sometimes it gets me into trouble.
Because I really do.
Sometimes I overthink things and just make it more complicated than it needs to be. And for the most part, it's a good trait, because you're always trying to maximize your time and your effort in this game. But then sometimes I get like lost in the weeds. And it's just how I play. It's good or bad. It's just the way it is. Okay, most likely I'm going to be in trouble here with wolves. I just need to make sure I can see them before before they are close enough to attack.
Warming up a bit.
So I do have a bit of a walk here, especially with the wind at my face here. It's kind of slowing us down. On the other hand, the wind is blowing at our face, which means the wolves are not going to smell us ahead of us. They're going to be attracted from behind us. So that is a good thing. In the past, I have seen deer just off to our right.
I could eat anything right now.
So I'm going to kind of peek here. It's not like I could actually do anything, but I'm curious if there's a deer. No deer. And here comes the storm. I'm just going to run for it. That's so noisy. As you can see, it would be really hard to do a playthrough with visibility like this. Normally we have a great view right here of the town below, but I can see almost nothing right now. But we have managed to make it to the mine. So I'm going to get inside. Okay, nice. We made it, and we've got the meat, which is great. Okay, first thing, I need to make sure I don't lose our well-fed. So I'm going to eat, what do I want to eat here? I guess some peaches. And I'll eat some cracker, or some chips, I mean. And guys, I gotta tell you, if you're new to the game, that learning the map like that, as you can see, I kind of knew where I was going. Now that is not always the case. There are lots of areas in this world where I've never even been, and certainly there have been lots of areas where I have been, but I haven't spent the time to learn the map. That is like the number one thing you could probably do to help your gameplay, is just kind of learning the world. And in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with using a map.
This will come in handy.
If you want to make it more of a challenge, more of an adventure, you could play without a map. But it will be a lot more difficult, like a lot more difficult. If you don't know where you're going, it really does have a huge effect on the game. Okay, let me focus here. So I just picked up 3 coal, but I think I'm actually going to drop you know what? Maybe I'll take them. Sorry for the indecision. I'm trying to think out loud here. 28 kilos. Oh, we got well fed. Nice, okay. So I must have missed that notice, but we did get well fed. So we're at 35 now. That is really, really good. Just need to make sure I don't ever go even a tiny bit hungry, or we have to start that whole process over again. Trying to decide if I want to use the lantern or not. I've got so many matches, I'm just going to use a torch. Let's use one of our low quality torches. Oh yeah, it was already... Okay, there we go. Let's just use that. Use a match. Now, at some point in the game, I'm hoping to come across a fire striker, and that will prevent me from accidentally using a match when I'm carrying an unlit torch. But even better than... okay, wait, I want to go this way. Even better than a fire striker would be the magnifying glass, the mag lens. You can survive only so long with matches. Like, eventually you will die in this game if you only have matches.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Nice, quality tools. Okay, guys, so there's like I was talking about. Remember how I decided to bring the low quality tools just in case we didn't find tools? I had a pretty good hunch we would eventually find some tools along the way. Those quality tools replace the low quality tools. They're better. But look at this. The hacksaw.
Perfect.
83% condition. Oh man, guys, we are set. We've got coal, we've got the heavy hammer for forging, and we've got the hacksaw to begin cutting down saplings to cure, to make the bow and the arrows we need. So we are in such a good situation right now. And there's our first arrowhead right there. One item I'm still hoping to get, which I'm really surprised, they're actually kind of plentiful. I'm surprised we haven't found them yet. Would be the pry bar. I'm really kind of surprised we have not found the pry bar. Okay, I got to remember to remove the low quality tools from my list of items we left back at the Thompson's community hall. It's not really that big a deal, but got to remember to take that off the list I've been keeping. Things are looking good for the coal situation here. Now, coal does respawn. It takes some time, but it will respawn. So even if I don't need coal, I still always try to take it so that it will show up again. You know, so I can make a pile of it, and then more will show up later. Okay. Anything back here I'm missing? So as far as I can tell, if I remember, the things that will actually replenish in this game are going to be these rocks, stones, coal, and let's see what else. Gosh, my mind just went blank there. Birch bark. That's a huge one as well. Birch bark and coal are probably the two biggest ones, and the sticks, rocks. You can... Oh, and the wildlife. Wildlife does respawn, of course. But a lot of other things are just limited resources. Once they're gone, they're gone. Like the rose hips. Oh, nice. We need scrap metal. Come on.
I wonder if I can drop any of
There we
this
go.
gear.
So scrap metal, you know what? It might be you can get scrap metal on the surf, like if you're walking along the edge of the ocean. That might be replenishable too. So some items will wash up on the beach as you're beach combing.
I'll take it.
Okay, yeah, we'll take it. And by the way, guys, I do appreciate your feedback. Some people have let me know about sound quality and conditions of the recording, and I'm slowly kind of tweaking things, getting back into the swing of things, and I appreciate the feedback on sound levels and synchronization and all that stuff. I did just buy on eBay, I just bought another microphone because my other one went bad. And I'm kind of excited for that one to arrive. I hope it will sound better. Should perform really well. I learned about it from one of my favorite people I like to watch on YouTube. It's what he uses. It's a guy who plays DayZ. Okay, I don't want to go up there yet. And it is the Audio Technica or Technics 2020, I think is the model number. So that's what I'll be looking forward to using. Okay, I'll take it. And guys, if you're interested in supporting me, if you're enjoying this, and if you would like to, this is just an if you would like to situation. I'm not asking for money, but I am certainly grateful for you people who have contributed. Thank you so much. If you would like to make, like $1 or $2 contribution or more, as you wish, it really does help me. All this comes out of my own pocket, but I'm happy to do it. If you'd like to help, there are links in the description for PayPal or Venmo or something. And thank you so much, guys. I do appreciate it. But once again, I am just grateful to have you along. No pressure, just gratitude. And here we have our second emergency stim. So good. So now we've got 2. It's just such a good buffer. In a pinch, we can pop one of those, inject ourselves, and we can sprint straight out without getting tired for a little bit. And that can get us up a rope, can get us away from dangerous predators, out of a blizzard situation. So that is good. Okay, give us a pry bar, please. Okay, I can tell we're getting heavy. I can feel it as I'm moving here. Okay, let me think. I think I want to go... These both end up the same place. But we'll head over this way. By the way, if you're in a cave or a mine or something and you're not sure, you think you might get lost, you can actually use this trick. And as I say it now, Okay, I gotta think. It's been a long time since I've done this. Okay, here we go. So we drop a stick. I'll just drop one stick. And it's shaped like a Y, right? So you can rotate that. You can use this as a marker to kind of help you know which way is out or which way you want to go, right? And that will stay put. So I think I'll go this way now. We'll see if there's some coal. You could also carry one of those spray cans with you. It's not a bad idea. It's a little bit heavy. So this is where we would come out if we'd gone the other way, of course. But I'm going to see if there's a body back here. So that's where we were just coming. Hey, look at that, guys. Just what I was hoping for.
This stuff will come in handy.
Pry bar, 100% condition. Nice. This is going to be so useful if we want to, of course, to get into locked areas, but also for like ice fishing. It's for keeping the hole open for ice fishing. Although some people would say that the heavy hammer is better because really, once you do the forging, you don't really have a use for the heavy hammer other than protection. So some people like to use the heavy hammer for ice fishing to keep the hole from freezing open. Or freezing closed, I mean. Okay, now with some luck, the wind will have stopped, and that will let me cook up this meat that we've been carrying, because I do not want to travel with this smelly meat if I don't have to.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I bet her legs are just burning from all this heavy gear. Really want to make sure I don't miss anything. I appreciate your guys' eyes. When I come here, I usually like to take just a moment and guys, I'll be right back. I always like to use this, so I'll be right back. Okay, feeling better. Astrid is feeling better, I should say. She is feeling so much better. Because you know what? How often do you have an outhouse just there for you to use, right? Okay, man, this cave has been really nice to us. This mine has been really kind. We got the hacksaw, we got a pry bar, and we are loaded up with coal. Would be nice if there was some way to make a fire in here, like I was gonna say stove, but I'm thinking of the burn barrels. Unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna have to press on. I'm afraid the wind is gonna blow out our torch, but that's okay. Let's just go. And our torch is instantly blown out. I'm gonna drop the meat here. I don't want to travel with that because I think we are in danger here. Okay, we have got to get indoors. I'm going to leave the meat. Let's just get to the, I think the lookout tower is probably the safest. I kind of am feeling bad. You guys can't see very well. Actually, you know what? Do I want to drop some coal? Because we're so heavy. Let's see how much, I'm going to see how much coal we're carrying. Let's go inside. Okay. Got 51 pieces of coal. One nice thing about going to the forge at Desolation Point is we're going to go through another mine before we get to that forge. So I don't need to carry a ton of coal. I'm thinking ahead for Astrid. I do want to carry enough coal to drop at the Quonset hut. That tends to be a base I like to use. And I want to think of myself in the future, like when I use that, maybe even coming back from forging, I might want to have some coal there. I'm also thinking about tonight when we go to the lookout, I may want to make a fire and I'll use some of this coal as well, so. Okay, we're heavy now. I think I have about 25, nope, just 20. Okay, I've got 20 coal. I'm going to take a little bit more.
Not sure I can carry much more.
Whatever. That's good. That should be good enough. Let's get a drink. I could potentially pass some time because we're cold. We're still a little bit cold. We're warming up. But we have daylight. So I'm actually just going to read. Let's use our wilderness kitchen. And I'm going to read for an hour. How's our food? Nope, I need to eat. Before I read, I don't want to go hungry. Let's eat this. And as you can see, we're getting kind of low on our food situation here. Okay, that may have been a little bit of a waste on that drink. As you can see, I filled up our thirst meter before our hunger meter. At any rate, let's go ahead and read this book. So we've got 2 out of 5 hours read. Let's read for 1 hour. Okay, I could possibly do one more. We'll try it. Nice, we made it. Okay. If I can get 1 more hour at some point, then I can burn this book. We will have gotten the full use out of it. Unfortunately, the wind is still howling. I will take a peek outside.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, still full-on blizzard. Okay, let's get look at our lantern out. Well, this mine has been really kind to us. As you can see why I really like this area. I love the coastal highway. I love this passage through this mine. And of course, making it to across the broken highway and to Desolation Point, which I am so excited for, guys. If you have never seen Desolation Point, I think you're in for a treat. It is, assuming the weather is good, it is going to be such a beautiful territory. Lots of fun surprises there. They got that broken down church. I'm excited for the lighthouse. The well processing plant. Oh my gosh, for Halloween, which is when I'm filming this, guys. What a spooky place to go would be the Hibernia processing plant. That place is just kind of spooky. I bet it's haunted. I'm sure it is. If you have made it this far into the video, guys, thank you so much. I want to thank you for coming along with me. I hope you have enjoyed the adventure so far. If you do, please consider subscribing. I am on a quest to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you guys are making that happen. Please take a minute, click subscribe. Even if you're binge watching, you can do it. Please just go subscribe, or if you don't want to subscribe, even a like or a comment would really help out. But anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to wrap it up, and I want to say thank you for coming along with me, and I do hope to catch you in the next episode. Take care.
Thank you.